How far can the Buffalo Bills actually go this season? Because every year it feels the same. High expectations, Super Bowl talk, Josh Allen MVP convos, and then all of a sudden he runs into Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. But this year, that's not the case. After what we just saw on the road against Jacksonville, a 27-24 victory on the road, it's worth asking again, is this Bills team legit, or does Josh Allen have to put that cape on and carry them to the promised lands? What's going on, YouTube? It's welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what I think about the Buffalo Bills, as I've been saying all year. Before I get started, comment down below. I appreciate all the support. Subscribe, we're almost at 4K. So all year I've been saying this. When the Bills win, more often than not, it's Josh Allen making some superhuman, heroic plays, as we saw on display Sunday against the Jaguars. And I'm not going to lie to you, Trevor Lawrence is putting up a great fight, going blow for blow with Josh Allen, but you're not going blow for blow with this type of Josh Allen we're seeing. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Trevor Lawrence gets the ball back. What does he do? He throws a pick because he is not Josh Allen. Now, real quick before I get into the breakdown of the video, if that ball goes back to Patrick Mahomes with a minute left, that's exactly why he keeps losing in the playoffs, because he leaves a little bit too much time for Patrick Mahomes, or he just can't get it done on the last drive against him, and Patrick Mahomes gets it done. But like we keep saying, he doesn't have to deal with that. No one else in the league, maybe except for like Caleb Williams, I'm not going to lie to you, that's a different topic, or Bo Nix, which we might see on Sunday, is going to do something like that. So it's really up to Josh Allen at this point, what I'm saying, because like the question was, could the Bills run the ball against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had the #1 rush defense in the NFL, right? Bills have the #1 rush offense, Jacksonville had the #1 rush defense. They went head to head, and I'm not gonna lie to you, they held James Cook in check. James Cook, I think he had like around 10 carries, 46 yards, nothing crazy. It was Josh Allen who had to put that cape on. The big play that stands to mind is that deep drop, back foot throw, Brandon Cooks over the top, absolute dime. He threw that with crazy anticipation, you know what I'm saying? Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things, right? That tush push, first of all, didn't they vote to ban the tush push in the offseason, and now they're spamming that shit? Look, no, I'll joke aside though, like, he's just, why would they even vote to ban that? Josh Allen's literally the perfect QB build to run the tush push with. Bro, he's what, like 6'5", 250 or something like that? I've never seen a tush push go for like 20 yards. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So his stat line was 28 for 35, 273 yards, 1 touchdown through the air, 2 touchdowns rushing. When he gets in that mode, it's just like, it's like a freight train. It's like LeBron, literally a freight train. You're not stopping that, you know? So that is something to keep an eye on. Okay, but now the question of this YouTube video is, how far can the Bills actually go? And the quick answer, and the one that obviously everyone's saying without a deep dive in analyzation, is it's however far the Josh Allen can take them, which is rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? But if we're really looking at this, we gotta look, who in the AFC is a threat to dethrone them? Because I think, in my opinion, like, it's Josh Allen's AFC to lose. Obviously, there's probably better teams, but at the end of the day, going up against Josh Allen in the clutch, we just saw it firsthand. Josh Allen is probably not going to get blown out, right? He's going to be able to go blow for blow for blow, move the chains. It's a rare situation where you're going to have to beat the quarterback, right? Because usually we always talk about quarterbacks going head to head, quarterback against quarterback, but it's not really quarterback against quarterback. It's quarterback against defense, right? It's who can make more plays. Like, for example, a situation I want to ask you guys is, this is unrelated. Would you rather trust Drake May going against the Houston Texans defense, or CJ Stroud going against the Patriots defense, right? That's a complete unrelated topic, but like, just think about that. That's what I'm talking about here. So Josh Allen going against any defense is going to be a hard problem to stop, aside from maybe the Texans. We'll see against the Broncos, but when he gets in that mode of just scoring, he can do it through the air with. He's throwing to Brandon Cooks. My favorite playoff tradition is finding out what team Brandon Cooks is playing for, because I swear he was on the Rams. I swear he was on the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? I swear he was on the Patriots, right? Like, was he on the Rams? Like, so he's throwing to like Shavers. Keon Coleman cannot get going. Shakir is #1, who probably doesn't start on most NFL teams. You know what I'm saying? James Cook, obviously good running game. Dalton Kincaid, he barely played, I think. So it's just Josh Allen, right? So now we got to look at the AFC field. The #1 team that comes to mind, obviously, is the Houston Texans, because the Texans already beat them. And if they do match up, it would be in the AFC Championship game, and that would be in Houston again. Like a house of horrors for Josh Allen. So if that is the matchup, I think that's probably the worst matchup possible for the Bills, because honestly, and the only reason why that's the case is because their defense is just disgusting. That's probably the worst matchup for anybody. Like, not just the Bills. It's not just case. It's like case equivalent for everybody, right? It's going to be hard to beat the Texans just because of that defense. But in my opinion, I think the Patriots, if they go up against the Patriots are winning that, because their offense is just. Josh McDaniels went up against the Legion of Boom. He went up against the no-fly zone. He went up against the Ravens defense. Like, he went up against so many defenses that I think he's just going to get Drake May ready. Drake May had his first playoff game out of the way. I think he's going to be ready and have a good game. He's going to bounce back, you know? So I don't think that's going to be a problem for the Bills, in my opinion. If they do play, we'll get there when we get there. But for this case of this video, I don't think they're going to get there. Against the Broncos, okay, this is the one where it's like, okay, Mile High City, a fierce pass rush. The strength of their team is the pass rush and the corners. The best way to beat that is if you have good tight ends and backs, which is literally the strength of the Buffalo Bills offense, right? They can run the ball and their tight ends are going to be feasting over the middle of the field on their linebackers. And also Riley Moss can be got. Fun fact for you guys, Riley Moss, the corner opposite of Pat Surtain, actually he's like, I think 4th in the league in terms of yards given up. So he's given up the 4th most yards in the league, I think around 800 yards. So Josh Allen could potentially have a field day if he wants to target him. But in my opinion, I don't think it's going to get to that. Josh Allen, you're going to see a lot of design runs in my opinion. Especially if he's 100%, I think you're going to see that. He's been dinged up, but it's Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying? James Cook probably going to have over 100 yards. So I think that this is a matchup problem for the Broncos. Like, this is probably the one team that, like, damn. Because the number 1 rush offense in the league going up against that defense is the perfect counter for that defense that the Broncos have in Mile High. It's going to be an interesting matchup. But in my opinion, I think the Bills do get it done right there because they just match up so well, which leaves them going up against whoever comes out, the Steelers, Patriots, or Texans. If I was the Bills, the one team obviously that I wouldn't want to play is the Texans, right? I think they can beat the Broncos. That's going to be an interesting game, but I think I'll give the edge to the Bills in terms of matchup. The one team that they don't want to play is the Texans. Because the Steelers, I think we can all agree the Steelers are not for real. They're not legitimate threats. But if they match up against the Texans, now here we have a situation developing on our hands. Is the same thing going to happen that we saw in the regular season? Into that, why would I not say that? That pass rush, Danielle Hunter, Willie Anderson, you know what I'm saying? They have the outside Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, all pros. I think oh my God, that team's just disgusting. But like I told you, I don't think they're going to have to deal with that. I think the Patriots are going to handle that. We always talk about basketball as a game of matchups, right? It's the same thing in the NFL. Like I told you, Broncos probably match up so well against other teams in the AFC. Like they probably match up better against the Patriots, right? But they probably match up, their worst matchup in the AFC, the Broncos, is the Bills. And they're facing up against each other. So you know what I'm saying? So the Bills' worst matchup in the AFC probably is the Texans. The Texans' worst matchup in the AFC, in my opinion, is the Patriots, right? Because the reason why I think Josh McDaniels is literally the one AFC coordinator that you do not want to face, like if you're a D'Amico Ryans, because he's seen so many defenses at this point. Like, fun fact for you guys, he coached in 28 playoff games. 28 playoff games. That's more than Bill Walsh. Like, he's seen everything. And he had Tom Brady as quarterback, you know what I'm saying? And Drake May can do a lot of the things that Tom Brady can do, the quick throws, and he already has one playoff game out the way. And like, it's so scheme dependent to like beat these really good defenses. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really scheme dependent because you need to know where to go, how to put them in, halftime adjustments. The Patriots, in my opinion, are one of the best second half adjusting teams in the NFL, similar to the Bills. If you've been watching all year, in my opinion, I think if the matchup is the Patriots and the Texans, I think it's an easy wash for the Patriots to win that game, leaving us, in my opinion, to Bills and Patriots. This is the toss-up game. All right, this is a round 3 match fight where things can get real. I think that in this game right here, Josh Allen has to just put on the cape because at that point, it's like if the Patriots do make it to the AFC Championship game, there's going to be a lot of... Josh Allen's been there, right? He's been to the AFC Championship game. This is going to be Drake May's first AFC Championship game. So now we have a developing situation on our hands where will Drake May rise to the occasion where we know what Josh Allen's giving us. We know what Josh Allen's giving us. Now we're talking about as a team perspective, the Patriots do have the better team. You just saw their defense smoke the Chargers. And, you know what I'm saying, Josh McDaniels obviously on offensive coordinator. He's going to have, as the offensive coordinator, he's going to have some tricks up his sleeve. He's not Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he's going to play like Trevor Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, in my opinion, that's like, for the Bills, from a Bills perspective, that's a good case scenario. Leaving them to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So their biggest challenge, I think, is probably going to be up in Mile High City. You know what I'm saying? They've already won it to Gillette Stadium and won. So their biggest challenge is going to be this weekend. But in my opinion, I really think that this path has laid out beautifully for them, you know? Now, the Bills don't have the best team, but they probably have the best quarterback. So I think that they can go pretty far as Josh Allen takes them. If Josh Allen has a bad game, I think they lose. Everyone knows that. If they win the Super Bowl, this is probably one of the best quarterbacking carry jobs I've ever seen in my life. If that happens, if this ring is going to be like a Dirk Nowitzki ring, you know what I'm saying? Actually, not a Dirk Nowitzki ring because Patrick Mahomes not there, Joe Burrow's not there, Lamar not there, so he didn't go through the gauntlet that we usually see in the AFC. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Josh Allen is the best player in the playoffs currently right now. Man, Bills can do big things, man. Bills can do big things. If you're a Bills fan right now, I know you're probably scared about going to Mile High. You can get out of that. No reason why you shouldn't be able to go to the Super Bowl. So that's the video right there. Yo, appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how far you think the Bills can go. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Peace out, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in.